Welcome to my channel. I am GDP, and today we will revisit Russell and Drake PvP analysis. Before we get started, I would appreciate if you guys hit the like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm. I would also like to appreciate and thank Tartaris for being the newest member of the GDP squad and joining Patreon crew. He has access to a exclusive Patreon Discord channel in my Discord, and also you'll get access to early releases of the video that I make. So thank you very much for joining, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Before I even discuss anything further about Russell or Drake, I would like to make it very clear to everyone that Idle Heroes is now moving into the Sherlock meta. This means that Sherlock is the driving factor of where the meta will be going in the near time future. He's just a really good non-light dark hero that it appears to be that people that didn't save up scrolls and decided to pop them last month might have possibly made the better decision for short-term gain. We will see how the meta plays out, but it appears right now Sherlock is an amazing hero. He's the driving factor of the meta, and he complements both Russell and Drake. Now on to Russell and Drake. Where do they belong in the meta? Well, my initial assessment, I said that they might be in the S tier. I said that was initial, didn't say that was final. I said I needed to verify it and check it on with further testing, and I have done that further testing with various lineups. As you can see, I have actually gotten rid of one of my Garudas and swapped it to an Olivia just to simply test that hero out with the Drake and Russell. So yeah, I have done a lot of testing. I've spent a lot of hours, and my conclusion is Drake's not a bad hero, and Russell is an amazing hero. I believe that Drake belongs probably in the A tier. So that means he is not a god tier hero. I know that's going to upset a lot of people. The fact that the anniversary scrolling hero was not the god tier. I know that's going to upset a lot of people. However, this A tier hero supplements Russ, who is the god tier hero. Russ, I believe he deserves a spot in the S plus tier, which means he is god tier. He is a hero that is going to fit in really well with a lot of lineups. That's just naturally what happens when you have a hero that is god tier. Sherlock is in that god tier. Harry's in that god tier. Ada is in that god tier. So that is what your meta is. Your meta is Ada, Sherlock, Russell, Carrie, with niche heroes like Belrain, Drake, Livia, Augustin, Nakia, debatably sometimes. I've tested Nakia and I've gotten really good results with her with double Sherlock. So let's go ahead and talk about Russell and Drake before I start showing some fights. First, let's start off with Drake. His Shadow Lure ability, the ability that reduces stats of the defensive stats of the enemy heroes, is the key factor on boosting Russ's damage. So what happens with Drake is he will reduce the defensive stats of the lowest HP enemy, and then Russ, after he attacks, he will use his light arrows, which will continuously attack the lowest HP enemy, and that will receive a damage bonus or damage boost from Drake, reducing the defensive stats of the hero that Russ's light arrows are attacking. So I have noticed that Drake and Russ work really, really well together. They synergize really, really well. And Drake helps finish heroes off if a black hole goes off. And he also boosts Russell's light arrow damage, which just annihilates low HP enemy heroes in the later rounds. So let's go ahead and go into my Crystal Crown League. Let's start off watching a couple of these fights that I've already done, and then we will go into some more fights that I have not already done. So I could potentially lose, I could potentially win, and kind of show you guys what I see with these heroes. So as you can see, this team on the right is a double Terra team. Those double Terras, I believe, both have crowns on them. They're very, very, very tanky and hard to kill. And the team on the left, my team, has a lot of sustain with the Belrain and Olivia. And we have Russ and Drake working together for our primary damage, with Ada bringing that healing reduce and damage. So as you can see, Russell is just destroying people with his light arrow, and Drake is just kind of assisting Russell with that damage. So you're not going to see a whole lot of numbers coming out of Drake himself unless his black holes pop. But what he does do is he brings extra damage to Russ's light arrows, and that really, really is beneficial for Russell. So, as in this fight, we did get black holes to pop off, so Drake did do some damage. So let's go ahead and go into the next fight. Same team, so this will be the double Terra team as well. Not many people on my server have caught up to the current meta, so unfortunately I don't have any Sherlocks to fight. I really, really, really wish I did, but I have a feeling that Russell's gonna be god tier. I'm pretty positive on that, and I'm pretty positive with my ranking of Drake in the A tier. He's I wouldn't say he's niche. He just needs specific heroes and specific lineups to perform really well. This means he needs Sherlocks, he needs sustain, and he needs some way to benefit his stat reduction and to get his black holes to pop off. And Russell is one of the perfect heroes for Drake, and sustain heroes like Locke, Belrain, and Olivia, Gustin, Ormus are really, really good supports for Drake and Russell. So I'm just gonna, that's kind of like what my thoughts are on these two heroes. We'll go ahead and keep watching more fights. Here's another lineup here. This is a Korean whale that is on my server. He is, I think, the second biggest whale on my server besides me, followed by Stella, which is the first guy that we attacked that had the double Terras. And then I have one guy on my server right now who has an E5 Russell, and I do have success with this team against his team, so I can try to fight him and show you guys those fights as well. I do have one other person on my server who has an E5 Drake. His lineup isn't the best, so I don't really want to fight that and include that in this video because it's not a fair representation of Drake for him, because he isn't able to utilize Drake as well as his team. So yeah, a big takeaway also is to make sure that Drake is faster than your Russell. Make sure that we are getting damage boost from the light arrows, from the stat reduction. That is a huge thing. Naturally, they made Drake faster than Russell, so that actually helps out Drake and Russell synergy. So. Got some doves out here. The stat reduction, just destroying that carry with the light arrows. And we got a We got 3 heroes left to kill, 2 carries and a Terra. And this kind of just shows like how good Russ really is. Russ is, he's god tier. He's straight up god tier. He belongs in S+. I think he fully deserves that ranking, and I think Drake deserves his A rank. Go ahead and fight this top fight up here, and then we will go into random fights that I haven't seen, so I'm not showing any cherry picking. I'm seeing a lot of people on Reddit talk about me cherry picking videos. No, I'm not. I am literally just pressing the record button and watching fights. I'm not selectively editing. I'm not deciding to, hey, I'm not going to show these fights. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just kind of going to show, I'm just going to click some fights. We're going to go. I'll do some skips. I'll do some non-skips. And just going to give you an idea of this team right here. This is not a double Sherlock team. So that was another criticism I had from my last video, is like, hey, you got 2 Sherlocks, not everyone has 2 Sherlocks. Well, here's a single Sherlock team, and here is 2 supports with an Ada. So a lot more accessible compared to a double Sherlock team, and it does well. I mean, yeah, sure, you could use carries. Yeah, sure, you could use Garudas, but that's not the point of what I'm trying to do with this video. I'm trying to show you guys where I think these heroes fit in the meta. So, yes, there's other heroes you could use. Yes, there's other team comps that you could use, but this one is fun. I like it, and I think it works pretty well. I'm just gonna start doing some. Let's do some skips here. So first one is a victory. Drake doing 73 million damage right there. I guess he got some black holes to go off on that one. Let's go ahead and find the guy that has the E5 Russell, and let's watch that fight. This guy right here. This guy right here has an E5 Russell. So he's got 2 carries, 2 Garudas, a Belrain, and a Russell. His Russell has a black hole and stat reduction on him. And he has energy built on his Russell, which I don't know why he does. He should have crown. My personal opinion. Maybe he doesn't have a crown for the Russell. So my team gets low in these early rounds, and then that's when the sustain comes in from Belrain and Olivia. And there's the light arrows just going off onto the Garuda. The Garuda healed from Belrain dying, and my deer goes off for the deer active. My team is still completely alive and pretty healthy, I would say. And there down goes the enemy Russell. So as you can see, the damage reduction from Drake complements Russell really, really, really well. This Garuda is going to absolutely get melted from Russell. Well, he's going to die before Russell even attacks because Drake killed him. So there you go. Drake, once again, he's still doing good. I mean, 30 million, 25 million, that's still good damage. He's finishing heroes off, and he's providing extra damage to Russ. I think he perfectly deserves a spot. I understand he's not going to work in other heroes or other lineups with other heroes, but this lineup right here is working pretty well. Let's go ahead, let's watch the Korean whale one more time. I'm not going to try making this video too long. Already 14 minutes it looks like. So we'll do a couple more fights, maybe a couple skips, and then I'll wrap things up. So his team is pretty healthy still, but we got 2 doves out, and Russell just annihilated his team right there. We got a Garuda active we got to worry about. That's about to come out. The Garuda is shrunk, so the Garuda active will be less lethal and did not kill anyone. That is a big thing of why Olivia is really good in this team. She will help neutralize heroes like Garuda, heroes like Russell. You can just shrink them and they will do less damage. And look at that Terra just getting annihilated by those light arrows. You know what? What else did that Terra have? That Terra had stat reduction from Drake. And the Garuda is now dubbed up. Russell uses his active, is just now annihilating people with his light arrow. Got an active coming from the Drake, getting black holes out there, and the light arrows coming in with Olivia shrink at the last moment. And the light arrows will finish this off. And there is another victory. So here's an example of Drake doing very little damage, but you know what? He was boosting Russell's damage. Russell would not have done 192 million damage without Drake, and probably without Olivia, it wouldn't be that high. So you gotta remember this. Drake isn't a damage dealer. Drake is a support / damage. He brings support to boost damage from your other heroes, and then he also helps finish heroes off with his black hole ability. If that black hole goes off, you are probably going to kill someone. So I'm going to finish off with a couple skips here, see what kind of win rate we have. I don't think we've lost any fights yet in this video. I hope we lose. I honestly hope we lose. This one's a raw with a double Garuda. It's a win. Drake doing 33 million with Russell over 100 million. So once again, don't look at Drake's damage. Drake's damage is not what you should be looking at to assess the usefulness of Drake. And I just can't seem to lose. So I would prefer to have seen a loss for you guys, but I mean, we just went 10-0. I variety of teams. Yeah, so I'm in 4th place right now because I was doing a lot of testing earlier, so I had a lot of losses. Gotta lose a lot to win a lot to perfect teams. So you see I'm slowly climbing back up. But yeah, so Russ S+, Drake A tier. I'm not saying those are my final rankings of these heroes, but that's kind of where I'm going. Russ S+, Drake A. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope this helps you guys once again figure out where these heroes fit in the meta. I understand you can still use carries, you can still use Garudas. They are still completely viable heroes, but so are Drake, so is Russell, with Russell being one of the new god tiers. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.